What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back with another Danmachi video. Now, if you have been farming the current event, and you should have been, you have probably, you're like me, sitting on tons and tons and tons and tons of these coins. Now, usually it takes me a little bit to kind of get into farming this, and, you know, I'm a little lackadaisical about it, I hate to admit, but it is true, and I know a number of other people are out there. However, one thing I did not prepare for is how good the free-to-play items from this particular event are. Now, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about the Cadmus sword because that thing is insane. But today, I'd like to actually go back into the exchange here and talk about the scene card out of this. The Diva Harmonious scene card. Let's go down to the bottom here because she's all the way the heck down here. This scene card right here. So, if you haven't maxed this out, this should honestly be your number one. This thing is bonkers. So, I had the one, and obviously, you want to come over here and you want to get that for this event, because obviously, as you do this, you are going to get rewards, or improve rewards, during your battle phase. So, let's go over here to the, should tell us, here we go, event bonuses. So, the Diva Harmonia scene card by itself gives us a 20% increase on drop rate. That's pretty darn good, right? You know, nobody's arguing with that. Even at 30%, you know, you're still getting an improved rate, but it's free to play. You might as well max them up break in. But what I hadn't really put a lot of stock into is how stupid good this specific scene card is, especially if you have the new bell. So, let's go up here to the top, go to our scene cards, and let's take a look at this, right? Now, first things first, well, we already see it there. We see the max value. So, I have mine maxed out. Mine is completely at max value. And if you see, it gives you, it says activated when adventure possesses the wind attribute in battle, 24% strength increase to your unit. But down here, another 20% strength increase on top of that. Only to wind units. So that's like kind of the one big caveat to this. But that's a huge boost. Now, is this actually a full 44%? I don't know the honest to goodness reality of how this is calculated. My understanding is that it does one and then it's a 20% boost on top of that. So it actually arguably could be more, could be less. But nevertheless, that is an insane boost to your strength. Now, if we go back over here, to acquire that many points, if we go back in here to the actual story quest itself in the event, if you run the EX, and I actually have a reason I'm not going to run it right now, but you're going to get a ton of points. Let's run Battle 1 and see what we get. Let's go ahead and do a skip real quick, just one skip, and see what we get. 689 of those items. I want to say that the EX mission gives you significantly more than that, but I don't remember the exact amount that it drops, if I'm completely honest here. There's a reason I'm not doing the EX mission, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. But realistically, it won't take terribly long to do it. What I mostly did is I just kind of came down here and ran these two hard modes just indefinitely. I literally just did a stamina drop on these bad boys. And since it is unlimited, you could just go crazy if you wanted to. I don't need to right now, but you really could. Why not? 380 stamina. Let's see what we get. 8,100. 8,100. And how much do we need to actually max this unit out? Let's go back to the exchange real quick. And if we go down here, I think it's 1,500 per, and you need 6 of them. I think that is my math here. Yeah. 1,800 per. So literally 9,000. Literally one full stamina run is almost all of these. So there's no excuse for not farming this up. You really need to make sure that this is handled. It is just insanely good. Now, we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to talk about the sword over here, because this sword is one of those things that I'm going to be farming the heck out of. You definitely need to jump on that, and in and of itself, the combination of the sword and the scene card, I was having some problems with the with the EX mission, and the EX mission went from being just seemingly impossible to the easiest event darn near ever, just with those 2 items. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a video later on tonight, but for now, make sure you guys like, comment, and share, and I'll be back to talk about more of this fun stuff. And I actually, at you guys' request, has some Wistoria content we could talk about too, coming up real soon. So if that's your thing, and you haven't hit that subscribe button, do so. I'll talk to you guys shortly.